What's going on, guys? Jinxie here today with another video. As you can see, we are playing Block on Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 2007 on a motherfucker. The real COD4, that's usually what I say. But we are playing it on Xbox 360 COD4. But last time I made an Xbox like live gamer video was in 2015, and I was playing Black Ops 3 when it first came out, and that was on the old YouTubes, and I'm glad that's gone because that was a horrible video, but it's okay. But either way, I'm still kind of adjusting my settings and stuff like that, and I got the Elgato set up, I got everything set up. We also got Josh, aka Clutch, here in the call. What's up? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hello, sir.
You hear that? I'm opening up a little box.
You're opening up a box? What'd you get?
It's a box of vanilla wafers.
Oh, dude, hell yeah.
Crick.
You got it in Crick? No, I got it in the Countdown.
I'm voting to skip though. Oh hell yeah, we're on the same
we're
team.
on the same team too. I'm trying to vote the map too. Come on, one more, just one more. Yes!
What are we getting?
Oh, City Streets, dude. Oh, we're on the wrong team though. But that's fine. It's not like we're gonna hit anything anyways, so no one's gonna comment about, oh, you hit a clip on your friend.
Man, I need to take a shower. I smell like asshole. I smell like Cameron.
Dude, that could have been the easiest clip ever. I'm a fucking retard. But yeah, so I really wanted to make this video on BO2, but unfortunately my Black Ops 2 disc is fucking broken, and it's been broken for like 6 years, so I just don't have BO2 on Xbox, which kind of sucks, but there's nothing I can really do about that until I go buy another copy, which I bought one off of eBay, and it's coming in the mail. So the next video should hopefully be on the old Black Ops 2 free-for-all, cut commentary style, you know, like they used to do back in the day. My shots aren't too bad right now. I'm actually getting kills. The problem is that like I don't really like I can't drag scope anymore. I'm just so used to like just aiming at people from playing PC for so many years.
My controller's getting a stick drift.
Oh,
and
damn,
I've had it
son.
for like a year.
That sucks. I hope that mine doesn't get that, because I have an original wired controller.
Yeah, that's what I'm using. It's the white one.
Yeah, mine's the white one too. Put it in the video. Yeah, I have an original, the one with the gray buttons and everything. Yeah, so hopefully everything will be lined up for the video and the audio will be right. So if Josh is a little quiet at times, I have his volume turned up the normal amount, so it should be fine. But if it's not correct, it will be alright next time me and Josh play if he has Xbox Live still. I'm just trying to figure out what else to talk about in this video. Like, I want to tell a story, but I can't really remember any story.
How about you tell the story of trying weed for the first time, because that's a pretty good story.
It is a pretty good story.
You're like, yep, first time, 250 milligram hoot. Yep, that's really smart.
So as Josh is just saying, this was the first time I ever had been high ever. I tried edibles for the first time probably about, what, 2 years ago, something like that. It was Cinco de Mayo, so I was at work and I was just doing my normal day. I was there until like 5 o'clock, I think. If y'all don't know, I'm a butcher, so I work and I cut meat and stuff, which is kind of cool. A little gross, but kind of cool. I got home from work, but before I left, I was talking to my boy. I was like, yeah, today's gonna be pretty wild. My guy who worked at the pizza bar, his name was Ricardo, great guy. I called him Ricky because he's a real one like that. And I was chatting him up, and I was getting my stuff for Cinco de Mayo. We were gonna get some queso dip and 5-layer bean dip, all that good shit. Tacos and shit, because, you know, Cinco de Mayo, Lamau, funny. But I was with my ex-girlfriend, and we were gonna do edibles for the first time. She had yapped about it before, that we were gonna try it at some point. I was like, well, why didn't we try it this day? It's a party anyways, we might as well try it, right? I got home, took my little shower, whatever. Was ready to get to it. We were eating, got everything. She ended up ordering the edibles, because you can buy them online, I guess. I don't know where she ordered them from, because I don't do drugs, big G. I don't do any of that. But I did break edge for the story. I'm so sorry, guys. No X, even X. Yeah. We were eating and all that stuff and just hanging out. And drugs got there. It was like a little cookie type beat. We got a few weed cookies. That's what I'll call them for the story. Y'all know what an edible is, obviously, I'm sure, if you're watching this video. I didn't think it was going to be shit. I didn't think it was going to do too much because I've never been high before in my entire life. And we were eating, hanging out. So we both ate an entire edible. And there was like a 250 milligram edible. And let's just say it got rough. it got really rough. Basically what happened was everything was all normal. An edible takes a while to like actually kick in and stuff like that, so I didn't feel it instantly like you do with like some things. It took about like 30 to 40 minutes to set in, but I ate the cookie, whatever, the whole thing. We were hanging out, we were watching Shrek 2. I was just hanging out, and then the edible started kicking in. Then the edible started kicking in at about 30 to 40 minutes, like I said, and I was going to check what time it was on my phone, and this is when it really started hitting, because I picked up my phone to see what time it was, because I always check what time it is, and I always want to know what's going down, because I did, like, you know, I got work and stuff. I gotta make sure everything's lined up, going to bed on time, whatever. But it was like 6 o'clock, so it was fine. It wasn't like I was late for anything. I don't know why, but I was checking the time to see what time it was, and I just forgot why I picked up my phone, and I kept checking the time about 6 or 7 times, but every single time I would pick up my phone to look at it and forgot why I was picking it up to look at it. So I'd pick up my phone to look at it, see what time it was, not a clue what I was doing when I picked it up, and then I would sit it back down, but oh shit, I needed to check what time it was, would look right at it, forgot why I looked at it, and then it got even worse. So I don't know, like, if y'all have done edibles before, or exactly if y'all know like what's going down with that. Basically, if y'all have done editing before and y'all know what like temporal blur is, fucking that shit where it like gets blurry or whatever, like, and it's like motion blur. It's weird, but it like freeze frames and it goes ew. I'll show a little clip of it on the screen and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's in a lot of COD edits and stuff. If you watch Nicey, then you know it's good. But basically I was getting that kind of effect with a little bit of a glint like on my visual, and I was like, all right, I don't know what's going on. Everything, like the time started getting super slow, and I just felt like I wasn't really in control, and I kind of high-key started having like a panic attack. And I was just kind of sitting there on the couch, and I was like, just kind of sitting there like, when is this going to be over? I don't know what's going on. I didn't know what was going on. Like everything was like bright and time was so slow, and I kept getting that weird temporal blur. And then at some point, me and my ex-girlfriend ended up kind of like falling asleep on the couch, because we were both like really, really high, and we just went ahead and fell asleep right there. But so, you know, you would think it would be pretty normal and probably just wake up, whatever. No, it was not. I woke up probably about an hour or two later, and I just threw up everywhere. Just everything I ate that day, just boom, all of it. I threw up everywhere. It was a terrible experience. I was just so stressed out, and I didn't know what was going on, and I just like was just completely discombobulated, bro. I was like completely fucked. I threw up all over the couch, and it was the weirdest feeling, bro. It was like I was seeing visuals like at the beginning of fucking Optic Predators montage. Like it looked like that when I got it was freaking weird, dude. It looked like fucking Optic Predators little montage, like the red shit on the screen. Like I saw myself throwing up with like visuals like that on the screen. It got all blurry. I had the blur still. I was throwing up. And the problem is that I could see myself throwing up, but I couldn't feel it yet. It took like a solid like 5 minutes for me to feel the feeling of throwing up, which is super odd, by the way. And I've never experienced anything like that, and I hope I never experience that ever again. I was lagging in real life. My fucking ping was too high, I guess, when I was on the fucking edible, bro. And then I remember we eventually went back to the room where we were sleeping. I was at her apartment or whatever. We went back, went to sleep. I woke up the next day for work, because, you know, I thought maybe I'd wake up and it would have gone away. You know, most of the time that's what happened. I was high for like 3 or 4 days. I woke up at like 9:30. I had to be at work at 9:30. I woke up at 9:30, directly at 9:30. I was like, I processed in my head, I was like, I had to be at work right now. So I got dressed in literally 30 seconds and then drove to work. And really it wasn't like that bad or anything at that second day. Everything was just super, well, like when I was driving, it wasn't that bad. It was just like everything was in slow motion. Like I could still process, oh, I'm at the stoplight. It's red, it's green, like there's a car here, I need to stop. I could still see everything normally. It was just everything was slowed down. But I got to work all good, and my work day was pretty average. It was a normal 9:30 to 6 shift or whatever. I was a little late. I don't know if any of them realized how fucked I was that day. It was the weirdest day of my entire life at work. I was so high. But I was in the big city store. There was another guy there training to do, like, we were training to become the butcher, right? So obviously we were working on getting all that done, but the other guy was there earlier than me, and he left at about 4. And there's just so much that happened that day. I remember I was cutting a knuckle, which is a shoulder piece from a cow or something like that. And the one guy was helping me out because I was still trying to figure out how to do it. And I remember, like, just sitting there for like 40 minutes, it felt like, in my head, trying to cut something. And like in there's like different sections of meat that are together. But I was cutting through the section, right? And what happened was I was getting all the way to the end of it, and I just zoned out completely. I feel like I was zoned out for like 40 minutes, and eventually I snapped back into what I was doing. And it was the co-manager of the store there, of the meat department. He was like, "Hey man, you gonna finish cutting this?" You're like he was holding it. He was physically standing there right next to me while I was zoned out. I don't know how long I was zoned out for. What happened? He's like, "Dude, I could literally pull this apart with my hand. What's going on? Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." And then we kept cutting it, kept doing our thing. And I remember he was tapping his hand on the table, like he had like a nervous like tick where he would tap his little hand on the table. And I could feel the whole table shaking. I was like, "Bro, do you always tap your hand? I've never noticed that before." Like, there's no way he didn't. There's no way he didn't know I was fucking blown the fuck out, bro. I was fucked that day. Like, that was the worst day I ever worked, because it felt like I was at work for like 12 hours. I was only there for like fucking 8, something like that, 9:30 to 6, but it felt like I was there for like fucking 12 hours, dude. I was talking about that guy earlier leaving or whatever at 4. He was walking out and he like had cut his hand or something, and he needed a band-aid, and he came around. Like, it was so weird because like I walked up to the counter, and like everything was like blurred on the edges and like bright, and like I had a glint effect or something on. I remember I like panned over to him while I was looking, and he like slowly came into place. He's like, "Hey man, can you get me a band-aid from the med kit?" Because there's a med kit in every butcher's little area. And I was so fucked. I didn't even know what the fuck a band-aid was. I was like, "What? You need a what?" He's like, "Dude, I need a band-aid." I'm like, "You need a what?" Just kept saying it over and over again, and it was just like, I was so fucked. It was like crazy. I remember I've never felt like that in my entire life while doing anything ever, and it was so weird. And then I drove home and it was chill. Man, that was crazy. I had to go to work the day after that too. Still high. Not as bad, obviously. Time was still slow, but obviously not as bad. Same thing, went home. Yada yada yada. But yeah, so that was my story. It really isn't that eventful or anything, but I did fucking green out pretty bad. And it's the first time that I've ever done anything like that. I don't know if I'll ever do anything like that ever again. I don't really have plans to, unless it's like I'm gonna be off for a while. Now, what I will say I do like doing, I do like getting a little drunk, and I have a few stories from that. Maybe I could tell those next time, because I don't want this video to be too long, obviously. But so yeah.